Hey, fourth graders, we are back and we're going to talk about weight and mass, okay? So let's take a look at some of those. Okay, standard US weight we can measure in ounces with the label usually OZ, pounds, label LB, and tons, label TN, okay? Now, when we do mass, we use the metric usually, and that's grams with the label of G or kilograms with the label of kg. All right, so let's talk a little bit about some equivalencies, some things that are equal, and then we'll see if we can figure out some answers to a couple of questions I have for you. Okay, so my first one is that 16 ounces is 1 pound. So if I have a 16-ounce steak, and that'd be a big steak, I'm eating a pound of steak, okay? And then 2,000 pounds is 1 ton. Okay, 2,000 pounds is 1 ton. So if I pick up, and it'd probably be a pretty big pickup, weighs 4,000 pounds, that would be 2 tons, okay, because there's two sets of 2,000 in there. Okay, so then we can go over here, and with our mass, 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. So if I have a 5,000 gram object, I have a 5 kilogram object. All right, so let's try and do some conversion. I have an elephant that weighs 12,000 pounds. How many tons does my elephant weigh? Okay, and we can see that 2,000 pounds is 1 ton. So I can take my pounds here and I can divide by 2,000, okay? So I'm going to divide by 2,000, okay? So I've got 3 zeros on this. I can cross them off because I have 3 zeros on this at the end. And I can just think how many 2's goes into 12. You got it, 6 of them do. Okay? So 6 tons is the same as 12,000 pounds. I could check my work, of course. We've been talking about checking our work a lot. 2,000 pounds times 6, and I get 12,000, so I was right. 12,000 pounds is 6 tons. Great job, guys. Okay, so now let's think about our 16 ounces in 1 pound. Okay, let's say I have a 5-pound object, and I want to know how many ounces that is. What are we going to do? Okay, so sometimes it's hard for us to know, are we going to divide or are we going to multiply? Okay, so when you look at your conversion here, if you have the item that is smaller, because notice 1 pound was less than 16, the number 1 is less than the number 16. That tells us if I have this smaller one, I'm going to have to multiply to get the one that has a bigger number. These are equal, but this is a smaller number, this is a bigger number. So if I have the side that has the smaller number, the pounds, then I multiply to get the ounces. If I have the side that has the bigger number, like 2,000, then I'm going to divide to find the tons. Okay? So we have pounds, smaller number, even though they're equal, smaller number here. So we're going to multiply to get the ounces. What do you think we're going to multiply by? Every pound is 16 ounces. So I'm going to multiply times 16. 5 times 6, 30. 5 times 1, 5 plus 3, 8. So 5 pounds is 80 ounces. Good, guys. Okay. So let's try one of these. 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. If I have a 5 kilogram object, how many grams is that going to be? So again, remember I said if we have the side that has the smaller number, we multiply to get the bigger number, right? Because multiplication gets us a bigger number. Dividing gets us smaller. We know that grams, that number is going to be bigger than the kilogram number. So we need to get a bigger number by multiplying. So we would take 5 times 1,000. You got it. 5 kilograms is 5,000 grams, guys. All right. We will see you next week, fourth graders. Have a great weekend.